Number 11. The not-so-adorable octopus. In 2018, an American tourist had a seriously dangerous experience when she unknowingly picked up a highly venomous octopus while on a study trip abroad. Kaylin Phillips, who's from Virginia, found herself holding a blue-ringed octopus while attending university in Bali. The seemingly innocent creature is one of the most deadliest in the ocean. Its venom can cause respiratory arrest and kill a human within minutes. Phillips shared her experience in a TikTok video, revealing that she and her friends casually passed the octopus around without realizing its lethal nature. Back then, Phillips was part of a documentary project focused on animal welfare during her time in Indonesia. She recalled how when they were there, they saw very interesting wildlife. She remembers when they saw this little creature swim up to them and picked it up. There were about 3 of them passing the octopus around, and they did not think anything of it. But it was only after she uploaded the video on Instagram that Phillips researched the creature's identity and its dangers. The venom of a blue-ringed octopus contains a potent neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin. This toxin can paralyze a human instantly by preventing them from getting enough oxygen. The bites are painless yet deadly, leading to paralysis in 10 minutes. Other symptoms include excessive bleeding, nausea, vomiting, changes in vision, and difficulty swallowing. What's even more concerning is that there is no specific antivenom available. Resuscitation efforts involve trying to provide air to the patient's lungs using a mask or tube. The blue-ringed octopus may look small, but its distinctive markings can be deceptive. These marine dwellers, frequently found in Australian waters, use their bright blue rings as a defensive mechanism when threatened. Despite their venomous nature, these creatures are rarely encountered due to their reclusive habits. They often hide in crevices and shells. While Phillips narrowly escaped harm, the encounter shows just how dangerous an ocean can be. Number 10. The scary hair dye experience. In November 2018, a young woman had an extremely concerning allergic reaction to hair dye, and it almost killed her. 19-year-old Estelle, a student from Paris, faced a life-threatening situation when her decision to use an at-home hair dye led to a horrifying allergic reaction. She shared her harrowing experience online after the dye, containing the chemical PPD, caused her scalp to swell and her head to nearly double in size. Buying the hair dye from a local supermarket in Val de Marne, Estelle followed the instructions on the packet for a patch test, but she waited only 30 minutes instead of the recommended 48 hours. Almost immediately, her scalp started showing signs of irritation, leading to rapid swelling. She took antihistamines under medical advice, but found her condition worsening the next day when her head measured over 63 centimeters, significantly larger than the average 56 centimeters. Struggling to breathe and experiencing severe discomfort, Estelle rushed to an emergency room. Her tongue also began to swell. Medical professionals administered an adrenaline injection and kept her overnight for observation and treatment. She acknowledged her mistake in not following the recommended patch test duration and wanted to alert others to the dangers associated with PPD. A chemical present in many hair dyes is a common cause of allergic reactions. It's particularly necessary for permanent color, especially darker shades. Regulations restrict PPD concentration to a maximum of 2% in hair dye products. Clear usage instructions and warnings also have to be included on the packaging. PPD is often used in black henna tattoos offered at tourist destinations, which can lead to adverse reactions. Fortunately, Estelle eventually made a full recovery, but traces of the swelling remain. Number 9. A paper cut. In April 2017, an Instagram star's mother had a stressful experience while working at Woolworths, and it led to a legal battle that was making headlines. 51-year-old Kim Marie Irby, the mother of model Karina Irby, decided to sue both Woolworths and the Veggie Chip Company after a seemingly harmless paper cut resulted in life-threatening complications. While assembling an in-store promotional display at various Woolworths locations in Queensland, Kim cut her finger on the serrated top of chip boxes. The seemingly minor injury took a disastrous turn when it led to a staph infection, causing excruciating pain and severe swelling. At first, Kim was discharged from the hospital after being tested for a possible kidney infection. She was prescribed antibiotics, but soon experienced a sudden collapse, prompting her return to the hospital. Medical professionals then diagnosed her with staphylococcus infection that had spread throughout her body, reaching her lungs, spine, eye area, and heart valves. Facing the gravity of her condition, Kim underwent 2 rounds of open-heart surgery, with one surgery delayed due to insurance limitations. Her ordeal left her fearful for her life. The legal case claims that the chip boxes she was handling were allegedly dirty and dusty from storage. The suit against Woolworths cites a lack of procedures to ensure clean and infection-free boxes, while the Veggie Chip Company is accused of failing to provide proper warnings about the risk of infection associated with the display boxes. Her lawyer indicated that the damages claim against the company and Woolworths could range from $150,000 to $750,000. Karina, who boasts a significant Instagram following for her swimwear brand Moana Bikini, shared her mother's story on social media. She was shocked at how a small injury could lead to such extreme consequences. As of now, the investigation into the case is ongoing. Number 8. The SharkMan. In July 2015, Elliot Sudol was the fearless shark wrestler who was making waves on Instagram with his daring adventures off the shores of Nantucket. His account, @AckSharks, showcased his quests to wrestle toothy predators, mostly with just his bare hands. Elliot's Instagram journey shows not only his courage, but also his quirky sense of humor. He caught these massive creatures, like the 400-pound bull sharks, and then struck a pose for a photo. After tagging the sharks, he released them back into the sea, contributing to a program that was aimed at protecting these creatures. His social media had attracted more than 8,000 followers, and his reputation was initially solidified with a viral YouTube video where he wrestled a 200-pound sandbar shark. He also revealed that he eats a family-sized tub of ice cream daily, which is the secret behind his energy. He embraces an active lifestyle, but admits his fondness for treats like ice cream and pizza. In a year, Elliot managed to reel in 88 sharks. His venture, the Nantucket Sleigh Ride, involved a powerful 7-foot brown shark that gave him a proper tug-of-war experience. His journey began in his childhood and has since navigated the waters of Florida, Long Island Sound, and Alaska, wearing different seafaring hats. He has worked on private vessels and even with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. His breakthrough moment came in 2013 when he unexpectedly caught a 7-foot sandbar shark instead of the blue fish he was after. The struggle with the shark lasted for about 45 minutes before he boldly waded into the waves to face it head-on. Elliot's epic showdowns often draw a crowd of onlookers, but for Elliot, it's not just about the thrill, it's also about conservation. He believes in releasing these creatures back into the ocean. Even now, he continues to boast about his near-death experiences with sharks regularly on Instagram. Number 7. Lip reduction gone wrong. In June 2023, a Russian social media influencer shared a terrifying incident involving a lip reduction procedure that almost cost her life. Katia Bugatti, whose real name is Kristina Vishnevitskaya, is a 22-year-old mother from Samara in the Volga region. She sought a lip reduction from a cosmetologist, hoping to reduce the size of her oversized lips, but things took a dangerous turn when complications arose from the procedure. Christina experienced an allergic reaction to the medication she was given, causing her lips and cheeks to swell up to more than twice their normal size. The medication in question was Longidaza, which is known for its immune modulatory and anti-inflammatory properties. The severity of the reaction required Christina to be rushed to the hospital by ambulance. Medical professionals acted swiftly to prevent the situation from escalating into a severe case of Quincke's edema, a condition where sudden skin swelling can potentially obstruct the airways, leading to breathing difficulties. She spent several days under hospital observation following the scare. Lip fillers, a common cosmetic procedure, are generally considered safe when performed by experienced healthcare providers like plastic surgeons, dermatologists, or cosmetic surgeons. Mild pain at the injection sites can be expected, typically subsiding within a day. The effects of lip fillers are temporary, lasting between 12 to 18 months, depending on metabolism. Regular touch-up treatments are often necessary to maintain the desired volume. Christina's decision to undergo the lip reduction procedure was given by the formation of lumps in her lips. Unfortunately, she had no prior knowledge of her allergy, which triggered the life-threatening reaction. Fortunately, the influencer, who has a significant following on Instagram and Telegraph, is now out of danger. Number 6. A fall from the 8th floor. On October 6, 2016, a Californian thrill seeker came dangerously close to recording his own death. 8 Booth, a YouTube personality known for his daring stunts, took a plunge from the top of an 8-story building overlooking Newport Harbor. He aimed for the water below but narrowly missed hitting the boat dock by mere feet. This is not the first instance of his high-stakes antics. Daredevil previously drew attention from the Los Angeles police for an illegal cliff jump at Crystal Cove State Park. During that escapade, 8 Booth scraped his back on the rocky shore just before plunging into the water. Despite criticism, he defends his actions, stating in an interview with CBS Los Angeles that a lot of people think it's stupid, but in his eyes, it's stupid to be in a cubicle all day. Captured on a head-mounted camera, his adventure involved him scaling stairs, reaching the rooftop, and standing on top of the building's edge to dive. The video, posted on the World Star Hip Hop YouTube channel, gathered nearly 500,000 views within hours. As he leapt, it momentarily seemed like he might have miscalculated the distances, his descent dangerously close to a walkway leading to docked boats. But his landing was a success, as he hit the water smoothly and safely after the heart-stopping drop. The World Star Instagram page, boasting over 4.4 million followers, exploded with opinions about the clip. Some hailed his stunt as brave, while others deemed it reckless. But in the end, 8 Booth managed to survive the fall, even if it was a close call. Number 5. Funtime gone wrong. In March 2023, a life-threatening incident during sex almost claimed a man's life as his brain aneurysm ruptured, putting him at risk of severe brain damage. The incident went down in Surabaya, East Java, Indonesia. The 42-year-old, whose identity is undisclosed, suddenly lost consciousness while having sex with his wife. He experienced vomiting and weakness on the right side of his body. After 3 hours, he was admitted to a hospital. During the journey, he suffered a series of full-body seizures. Medical professionals attending to him discovered that he had a bulge in the wall of a blood vessel in his brain, known as an aneurysm. This aneurysm ruptured during sexual activity, leading to an acute subdural hematoma, which is a severe brain injury caused by blood collecting between the brain's surface and the skull. While the exact trigger from the aneurysm rupture was not explained, research indicates that strenuous physical activities causing breathlessness and an increased heart rate can often act as a catalyst. Studies suggest that around 2/3 of those who suffer a SDH survive the ordeal, but half of the survivors endure significant brain damage and impairment. Typically, this condition results from head injuries, but about 8% of cases are attributed to ruptured aneurysms. The medical team at the Dr. Soetomo General Hospital documented the case in radiology case reports. They noted that the man had not previously experienced headaches or had a history of trauma. He had not taken medications like anticoagulants, antiplatelets, or erectile dysfunction drugs, which can elevate the risk of aneurysms. The man's routine physical exam results were concerning, indicating high blood pressure of 183/105, far more from the ideal range of 90/60 or 120/80. High blood pressure or hypertension is generally defined as 140/90 or higher. A CT scan confirmed a SDH on the left side of his brain, which had caused a 0.4 centimeter swelling. Medical professionals treated him with anti-seizure medication and performed a cerebral angiography to assess the blood vessels in his brain. This scan revealed the aneurysm's length to be 0.8 centimeters. The patient underwent surgery to repair the ruptured aneurysm and alleviate brain pressure. While he regained the use of his right side, he suffered permanent damage to the oculomotor nerve in his left eye, impacting eye muscle movement, pupil constriction, and focusing ability. Number 4. A BBL disaster. In February 2023, a young mother shared her near-death experience after undergoing a Brazilian butt lift procedure in Turkey. Sophie Dewey, who is from Southampton, recounted how the cosmetic surgery took a dangerous turn, leading to the development of sepsis. Taking to her TikTok account @SophiaDeweyX, Sophie shared her BBL nightmare, attracting over 1.4 million views on her video. She showed clips from after the surgery, where fat is taken from various parts of the body and directly injected into the buttock muscles to enhance their size and shape. In her video caption, she shared the importance of making safe choices and being aware of the risks associated with cosmetic procedures. Alongside images of blood-stained white sheets, she recounted waking up after the surgery feeling traumatized. As she prepared to return home, Sophie noticed her hip became increasingly warm, a sign that something was off. Sharing a photo of her thigh with a prominent red lump, she said that she woke up in the hospital after an emergency operation and was diagnosed with sepsis. After that, she underwent another surgery to address the issue. After 2 weeks of recovery, she found herself able to walk again and was grateful for the caring hospital staff. Sophie's video also showed her reflecting in the mirror on her new figure, with the caption, "Silly girl, won't be doing that again." Supportive comments poured in from social media users who commended her for sharing her story. Many expressed their relief that she was on the path to recovery. Some individuals shared their perspectives on the potential risks of cosmetic procedures, emphasizing the importance of prioritizing health over fleeting beauty standards. In the end, Sophie fully recovered, but the trauma from the procedure remains. Number 3. His favorite curry. In February 2023, a fit and healthy father shared his journey of paralysis and a near-death experience triggered by an unsuspecting curry. 43-year-old David Miller recounted his ordeal that began with a chicken bhuna meal from his beloved Indian takeaway in London. The dedicated web contractor and avid cyclist contracted severe food poisoning from the meal, setting off a chain of events that led to the development of Guillain-Barré syndrome, a rare autoimmune disorder. This once healthy father of 2 found himself confined to an intensive care unit, unable to walk or breathe properly. Months were spent in the hospital, battling for recovery. Reflecting on his 6-year journey, David, now living in Wellbourne, Lincolnshire, spoke about the heart-stopping decline he experienced after that fateful meal. His hands and feet were initially tingling, but within a week, he needed a wheelchair to reach the hospital due to the syndrome's rapid progression. David vividly described the effects of GBS, where his body's immune system attacks his nerve cells, leading to widespread damage. Breathing became a struggle, and even the simplest body movements felt like impossible feats. His eyesight was compromised, preventing him from enjoying something as basic as watching football. David's wife, Christy, witnessed the painful transformation as she cared for their young daughter. David's release from the hospital did not mark an immediate return to normalcy. He relied on crutches, walking sticks, and grab rails to move around their new home. Despite this incredibly challenging journey, he made an astonishing recovery, defying the odds by fully regaining his physical abilities. He was prepared to run the London Marathon to raise funds for the John Muir Trust, an organization dedicated to protecting forests. Number 2. A deadly church mission. In July 2023, Keely Peterson, a 24-year-old woman from Ogden, Utah, shared the story of her near-death experience during her mission work in Argentina. Raised devout Mormon, Keely's enthusiasm for her missionary work took her to South America at the age of 19. Her mission in Cordoba, Argentina, aimed at recruiting new members to the Mormon Church, quickly turned into a scary ordeal. The grueling routine included early mornings, hours of door-to-door visits under the scorching sun, and minimal payment. Her parents even had to pay $450 a month for her mission trip. Keely's harrowing journey took a perilous turn when she developed a lump on her back, which soon became excruciatingly painful. Despite her pleas for medical attention, she was given mysterious pills that left her disorientated. Even when blood began to pour from her mouth and nose, her health concerns were dismissed. The situation grew worse when Keely developed a severe stomach bug, leading to hallucinations due to lack of food. She sought medical help and was injected with a shot, but it resulted in a painful lump on her back. The pain spread throughout her body, leaving her desperate for proper care. A doctor prescribed a muscle relaxer and even suggested applying lemon on her back. The pain intensified and she woke up one night with blood streaming from her nose and mouth. When she contacted her mission president for help, she was simply told that they would pray for her. Desperate and terrified, Keely sought medical attention on her own. Despite being told there were no available doctors due to a holiday weekend, she managed to get gauze inserted into her nose and was advised to consume sugary foods. Weeks of agony followed until she received an X-ray revealing a herniated disc in her back. After enduring over a month of pain and suffering, Keely was finally sent back home to Utah, where she ultimately made a full recovery. In the end, Keely and her family left the church. Number 1. A Giant Mstep. In August 2023, a 13-year-old boy's survival story captured attention after he fell almost 100 feet into the Grand Canyon while trying to make way for tourists taking photos. Wyatt Kaufman, a teenager from Castleton, North Dakota, recounted his experience, describing his feeling as being just moments away from death. During a family trip to the Grand Canyon's Bright Angel Point Trail in Arizona, Wyatt took a step while engrossed in capturing the canyon's beauty on his phone. That's when he went up the north rim for a better view. At the summit, where the breathtaking panorama stretched out, he moved to let others capture their shots, and he slipped. He recalled that he squatted down and held onto a rock. He only had one hand on it, which was not a strong grip, and it was kind of pushing him back. He lost his grip and started to fall back. Fortunately, National Park Service rescue teams quickly sprang into action. Using ropes and a basket, they went down the cliff, rescuing the injured boy from the depths of the canyon. Wyatt suffered extensive injuries, including 9 broken vertebrae, a ruptured spleen, a collapsed lung, a concussion, a broken hand, and a dislocated finger. His father, Brian Kaufman, was grateful for their efforts, acknowledging that 2 hours, although a considerable time, made all the difference in saving his son's life. Wyatt's recovery journey was not easy. Discharged from the hospital, he returned to North Dakota with his family. His father, sharing updates on social media, posted a picture of Wyatt in a wheelchair, expressing relief that his son was out of the hospital and on his way home. Right now, he is resting and recovering at home. Which of these stood out as the dumbest way to die to you? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Bad Badger.